Thank you for joining us for Lenovo's series of public sector podcasts sponsored by Microsoft. I'm Andrea Powell, and today we're going to discuss some of the top contract vehicles that sellers should be aware of when working with education and government customers, such as E&I, NASPO, and others. First, we'll talk with Melissa Dietz and Eric Schmidt from CDW about E&I Cooperative Services. Welcome.
Thanks, Andrea.
Thank you, Andrea.
So tell us a bit about what you do and how you work with Lenovo.
Sure. So my name is Melissa Dietz, and I'm a member of the CDWG Business Development Team. And we work closely to enable contracts for our customers to make the procurement process a bit easier for them. And then we work closely with our partners to bring diversity and competitive pricing to those contracts.
My name is Eric Schmidt. I'm on the CDWG Business Development Team as well. I am the Lenovo Business Development Executive, so I work exclusively on the Lenovo product catalog within higher education, doing a little bit of everything from helping out the Lenovo field sales team to visiting customers in market to helping out the CDW team internally here.
Great. So what is E&I?
E&I is the largest member-owned, not-for-profit purchasing cooperative set up to serve the needs of the education sector. Membership is free for their members, and the members have access to contracts, consulting services, and other resources. This cooperative has actually been around since 1934 and provides over 120 competitively awarded contracts for K-12, community colleges, and other higher education institutions for them to utilize within their procurement environment.
How is CDW involved with E&I, and how does the contract benefit companies like CDW and Lenovo?
CDWG is focused on providing technology solutions to the public sector. Having that contract with E&I is a big part of that. We're partnered with Lenovo to provide specialized solutions for education. So basically, this gives E&I's 4,500 institutional members an easy way to purchase Lenovo products and services. E&I customers have access to aggressively priced CTO models based on feedback from the E&I members. CDWG also has deeper discounts for their top seller catalog in order to offer the most aggressive price to their E&I members.
What products are available through E&I?
So the E&I contract covers hardware, software, service, and support. Lenovo offerings on the contract include desktops, laptops, tablets, workstations, storage devices, and accessories. You can find more detail on the thousands of products available on the E&I catalog at www.cdwg.com/EANDI.
Thanks. How can a Lenovo seller find out if a potential customer is part of E&I?
The E&I website, eandi.org, has a wealth of information, including a member locator when you can search by state and city, and a supplier center that links to current and upcoming RFPs that are out for solicitation. Additionally, CDW has a dedicated email address where you can get detailed information about E&I offerings. So don't hesitate to reach out to us directly at eandi@cdwg.com.
Those sound like great resources. Again, that was eandi.org, or contact eandi@cdwg.com for additional support from the CDW team. Any last thoughts or advice for our listeners?
We're just very excited about this contract opportunity and the value that we are able to bring Lenovo to CDWG customers and E&I members on this contract.
Eric?
I would say that the Lenovo team shouldn't hesitate to reach out to any members of the business development team or the CDW sales team to get more details, and we look forward to working with everyone.
Well, thank you, Eric and Melissa.
Thanks, Andrea.
Thank you.
Now we're going to talk with Brad Turner, Lenovo's Programs and Proposals Manager for North America, about a few other contracts that are important in the public sector. Brad, tell us a little bit about yourself and what we need to know about NASPO.
Thanks, Andrea. As mentioned, my name is Brad Turner. I manage several different execution programs within the walls of Lenovo. A few months ago, we created a new team designed to better aid our management and execution of public sector contracts. So I'm thrilled to be here and happy to spend some time talking about some of these public sector contracts that we're working on. Today, I'm going to focus on NASPO, which is one of the largest public sector contracts out there. NASPO stands for National Association of State Procurement Officials. It's a nonprofit association dedicated to strengthening the procurement teams through education, research, and communication. As an organization, NASPO helps its members achieve success as public procurement leaders through the promotion of best practices, education, professional development, research, and innovative procurement strategies. Listeners may also have heard the phrase Value Point as it's related to NASPO. The NASPO Value Point Cooperative Purchasing Organization is a nonprofit, wholly owned subsidiary of NASPO itself.
So how does the association benefit Lenovo?
So one of the major benefits we see is really reducing and avoiding some of the repetitive actions that are required with these bids. So it reduces the expense, the time, and some of the energies that are spent on bids that are very common across some of the same jurisdictions and some of the same entities. So it really consolidates all those. Let's just look at the overall volume holistically and then provide a discount that really suits the business more appropriately. Just consolidates a lot of those actions into one.
This sounds like WSCA. Is that the same thing?
Very similar. WSCA stands for the Western States Contracting Alliance. This was a group of 15 Western states in NASPO that conducted a cooperative purchasing. Despite having a separate name, the WSCA Cooperative was actually a NASPO program. NASPO created the NASPO Cooperative in 2006. Then in 2013, as WSCA started to grow and a lot of its cooperative efforts grew, NASPO consolidated those two cooperatives into one, which is now the single-member, nonprofit, limited liability company that you see today.
So can anyone use the NASPO contract?
Every public agency, Institute of Higher Education, and political subdivision can utilize this contract. Each state determines, in accordance with its own state statutes, whether it will use each NASPO Value Point contract and which entities within their state may use each of those Value Point contracts. This includes state agencies, higher education institutes, political subdivisions, and in some states, even some of the nonprofit organizations. Within each state, the state procurement official determines their state's contract participation and eligibility participants. A participating addendum, also known as a PA, is required in order for a state or other eligible entity to use a NASPO Value Point contract. Note that not all states have a PA currently.
So is it safe to assume Lenovo participates?
It sure is. Lenovo fully participates in this contract. Customers can visit either the NASPOValuePoint.org website or solutions.lenovo.com/NASPO to see if their state is one of the roughly 30 states that are participating underneath these addendums. And let me just repeat those links for you once again. That is NASPOValuePoint.org or solutions.lenovo.com/NASPO. Both of those sites will give you a really detailed listing of what states are covered today.
Which products are available via NASPO?
Our laptops, our tablets, our desktops, our all-in-ones, our workstations, all those products are available today underneath the contract. We also allow a wide range of our accessories, our monitors, our warranties, and all of our services as well. Each state tends to go through and determine what products fit their needs on their own basis, so just be aware, not every product may be available in every state, as every state does have the ability to determine what they want in their operating state.
Can customers shop online?
They sure can. Using that same site from a few minutes ago, that's solutions.lenovo.com/NASPO. You can go there. The contract pricing is already stated on that site. Transactions can be handled via credit card, or they can actually do a purchase order as well.
What if someone has to sign off on a purchase?
If the customer shops via the Value Point website, there are multiple user roles that are available. So, for example, someone may have a user role as a shopper, and someone else may have a user role as a buyer. The shopper may add products to a cart, but isn't allowed to complete the purchase. The shopper is allowed to assign that cart to a buyer, and the buyer may then approve that cart and complete the purchase.
Can Lenovo work with partners via the NASPO contract?
They sure can. So I think earlier you had some of the team from CDW and CWG on the phone as we were talking about E&I. That's a really good example of where we've had partnerships in the past on some of these contracts. And again, you can use the NASPOValuePoint.org website to see all the different partners that are listed there.
So, Brad, NASPO is one of the largest contracts out there, correct? Are there others we should know about?
So it is one of the largest contracts out there, but there are several others. So NASPO is one of our big national contracts, much like MHEC or NCPA. But there's also several state-based contracts. In Virginia, we have VITA, for example. In New York, we have our OGS contract. In Texas, we have our Texas DIR contract. So there's several others out there. Today, I'm talking to you from Raleigh, North Carolina. North Carolina also has its own state-based contract as well. We also participate in a number of contracts via the relationships we have with our partners. Much like you heard from CDW earlier, In terms of our E&I partnership, there are a lot of really great contracts that we work with partners on to go provide product to. And E&I and CDW is a really great example of why we do that and a really great example of a good partnership out in the field.
So any advice for sales reps navigating these contracts?
I think it's really important to understand each customer's preferences regarding the contracts that they have available to them. In theory, there should be a contract available for just about every type of purchase done in the public sector arena. And the benefit that that customer sees is that should have some of the most aggressive pricing available underneath those contracts. So understanding which contracts are available to your customers, understanding which ones they prefer, understanding which ones might provide the best price on this product or this solution is really critical and really helps you be of a value and really helps you in any sales situation you might run into.
Thanks so much, Brad.
Thanks, Andrea.
And thanks again to Melissa and Eric from CDW who joined us earlier. I'm Andrea Powell. That's all for us today. We'd like to also thank our sponsor, Microsoft, whose software powers many of the products available on the contracts we discussed today. Don't forget to subscribe to our Lenovo Public Sector podcast channel. And thank you for listening. Happy selling.